So hi and welcome everyone to our second class, which is Imagine a World. In this class, we basically made a world that we imagined by ourselves. So you can be creative, you can think on your own of any kind of world you want to make in this lesson, and we'll be making a world where we'll have moving characters that say something. We'll have something fly around the screen. We'll make something go up, right, left, and down, and something that will change their costumes, something that will glide from one position to another. We'll make something that grows and shrink and change backdrops and also add a sound. So we have a lot of things to do in this lesson. Let us get started. So the first thing is say something. We'll make a sprite. So we already we have a sprite on screen. We can make it say something by just going into looks, and here we have many options. We can select, let's say hello for 2 seconds, and before that always remember to add an event. So we say when green flag is clicked, click the green flag to say hello for 2 seconds. And we can even add some more dialogues if we want, like we can make it say even more things. We can say imagine if for 2 seconds. So it will first say hello for 2 seconds, and then it will say imagine if. First is hello, then imagine if, and this is how make the character say something. So to make something fly around, you can basically make something fly around also. Let us choose a butterfly to make it fly. Okay, so let us have a look. We can have this butterfly. We can add a different backdrop also. You can add any backdrop you want. Let me add this forest backdrop. Okay, and let me make this butterfly fly around in this forest backdrop. So to do this, I again need to add an event. I can add any event I want. I can say when space key pressed, I can select this event. I can make a sound also when this key is pressed. I will say that start sound pop when this key is pressed. And I can go into motion. In motion, I have all kinds of things that will move. So in motion, I can go and select glide 1 second to random position. Once I select this, I'll see that whenever I press the space key, my butterfly will make a sound and it will move somewhere in the screen. Okay, so next thing which we want to do is we want to make it go right and left and up and down. So to do this, we can simply use this sprite only. We can use the same sprite. What we can do is we can go into events, and we can say instead of space key, let us say that when I press the right key, it should move into the right direction. So I go into motion, and whenever I want to move from left to right, I select the axis wala option. The x-axis option means I have to move something in this direction, in the horizontal direction, from left to right, in the straight direction. And when I have to make some movements vertical, which is up and down, I select the y-axis. So all the options that contain y will move it up and down, and all the options which contains x will move it right and left. So let me just say that change x by 10 when right arrow is pressed. So it will move in the right direction whenever I press the right arrow key. So now we want to make it move to the left also when the left arrow key is pressed. So we can just click on the when space key is pressed, select the left arrow key option, and go into motion. And now instead of plus 10, we'll add a minus in front of it. This minus will make it move in the opposite direction, which is left. So we'll see that once we press the left arrow key, it will move to the left, and right arrow key will move to the right. So we have now made it move left, right, and let us now make it move up and down. Okay, so to do that, we again go into events, select a key when pressed. We'll say when up arrow key is pressed, as I told you, we have to select the Y option. So we'll say change Y by 10, and it will, we'll see that when we press the up arrow key, now it moves upwards. Okay, so now also we want to have something which moves the butterfly down. Okay, so for this we go into events again, we select when space key is pressed, and instead of space key we'll choose the down arrow key, since we need to make the movement on the clicking of down arrow button. And we will say, we'll select change Y, and in change Y, instead of -10, again as I told you, I have to move in the opposite direction. So when Y was 10, it was moving up. So if we want to move it in opposite direction, I just add a negative sign in front of it, a minus sign in front of it, and it will move in the down direction, as I'll see. Great, right? So let us move forward. So up and down and left and right are done. Let us see changing costumes now. So we can have changing costumes as well. What is changing costumes now? Changing costume does is that it helps us make animations. So a sprite can have multiple costumes, which can help make us, which can help us in making animations. So we can see this is a bear, and there are costumes for him to make him walk. Okay, so we can add this bear only. Let us have this bear. Let us delete our butterfly and add this bear. Just decrease the size somewhat. Okay, now here is our bear, and we want to make it moving. So we can say when I click on this bear, when I click on this sprite, our sprite which is the bear, we want it to switch its costume. So we can have a look at the costumes for every sprite that we have in this section, in the costume section here, in the programming area, besides our code area. We can have a look at the costumes for different types of animations that exist. So there are so many animations for the walking motion of this bear. Okay, so here we can select next costume, and we can say, we can go to control, and we can say that should wait for 0.3 seconds, let's say, and let's add the next costume here. Let's add another wait for 0.3 seconds. And let's add some movement also. So let me just say it should move 5 steps, and 5 steps here also. So I will see that whenever I click the green flag, it will move. Okay, so I actually have to click the sprite to make it move. So when I click on the sprite, it will move. I can select a different key as well, since I can choose when I click on the the right key, I should move this instead of when this sprite is clicked also. That is also an option. This, I'll just say when I press the right arrow key, it should move in the right direction. So now when I press the right arrow key, I see a walking motion from the bear, a very elegant walking motion. So we created an animation using Scratch. So the next thing we can do is we can learn how to make something glide from one position to another. Okay, so for making that glide option, we can basically choose another sprite. Let us choose a sprite. Let us choose the earth sprite. Okay, backdrop doesn't seem right. Let us choose a space backdrop. So now we have a space backdrop right here. We can say that when green flag is clicked, let me adjust it to a initial position. We want our earth to be at some position at the very start, and for that we can select this option which says go to x this, y this. We can set it to any position, but let me just say 0 and 0 to bring it at the very center. So whenever I click the green flag now, it will come at the center. If I move it also, if I click the green flag, it will come to center. Okay, and let me just click here and select glide 1 seconds to this position. So let me select a position. Let me just say it should move to like minus 180 and minus 100. Okay, minus 180 and minus 100. When I now click the green flag, it will move to that position. We want to make it move to random positions. We can also choose glide 1 seconds to random positions. And now whenever I click on the green flag, we'll see it will start from this position and move to some random position. Okay, next thing is grow and shrink. So if we want to make something grow, something shrink, like let us take this earth only. Whenever I click on this earth, I want to have its size increased and then it decrease after some time. So we can choose events. We can say when this sprite is clicked, when this earth object, the sprite which we have chosen is clicked, I want to change its looks, right? And so the size comes in looks only. We want to change its size. Let's say set size to 100% is the absolute position that it comes in. So we need to have a value that is bigger than 100% to make it, to increase its size, to make it bigger in size. So let me just say 125. I can choose 130 or any other value as well. Let us play a sound also. Let us play a pop sound until it's done here. And let me go into looks again. Let me choose the size option again to bring it back to its original size. So what will happen now is the size will increase to 125%. The sound will play and will go back to its original position. Okay, so when I click on this sprite, you see that there was an immediate pop and it grew in size and then shrank in size. So I can even give a bigger size. So now when I click on this, sprite, actually the size increases and it immediately decreases. So I can repeat this behavior even when I go into control and select repeat. I just click on repeat and place it here. We just tell it to repeat, let's say 2 times. So whenever I click on this now, it will repeat 2 times. Grow, shrink, play the sound 2 times. So the next thing that we need to do is changing backdrop. So let us now change backdrops as well. So let me just say, let me just go into events and say when this green flag is clicked, I can choose another backdrop to change. I can choose a galaxy. Okay, so you see that in the project window the galaxy has changed to the backdrop. Okay, but what I want actually is I want the space background first and then the galaxy background. I'll just go into looks and here I have the option of switch backdrop to. Okay, here I'll have every backdrop I've used till now. जितने भी मैंने backgrounds अब तक use करे हैं, whatever backgrounds I have used till here, all the backdrops will be available in this drop down list. So let me just say the stars backdrop. So when green flag is clicked, it changes to the star backdrop. Whatever the backdrop may be that I have set at that point of time, but it will change to the stars backdrop, and I'll tell it to wait for two seconds. Here we have initially 1 second. We can just say wait for 2 seconds, and then we can again have the backdrop to change. We can switch backdrop to, let's say, galaxy. So we'll see that first it is stars. It will wait for 2 seconds. It will change to galaxy, and then let us make it see something like welcome to the galaxy. Okay. So now whenever I click on this green flag, I'll see that first it is stars for 2 seconds. After that it changes backdrop, and we have welcome to the galaxy appearing for 2 seconds. This is how we change backdrops. Now adding a sound. You have added multiple sounds till now, but you can even add even more sounds. You can have your own sound as well. So let us record our own sound. So for that, let me just add a different character. Just add pen here, and pen belongs to the playing field. We'll choose a playing field backdrop. Okay, so here is Ben, and now what I want is whenever I click on Ben, he should have his costume changed, and he should say hey, and this hey should be recorded by me. Okay, for this I can simply go into events. Say when green flag is clicked, I can go into sounds, and now how I play my sound, the sound which I have recorded, is I go into sounds, and here I have this option here where I have the record option, and in the record option I'll just allow this. I'll give permission for using my microphone here, and when I click on this button, I'll record a sound effect. So let me just record a sound effect. Hey, I recorded a sound effect, and you can hear it back also when you press the play button and just save it. Your saving your saved file will have the name of recording one. You don't have to do anything. It will have the recording one name from the default, and let me just change it to Ben C whenever it has to say hey. So whenever the green flag is clicked, I want to play the sound which I recorded. Play sound recording one until done, and the looks I can have next costume, or I can have the switch costume to Ben. See here, the C1 just stands up, so I want that looks better according to my storyline. So I'll have Ben C here. At first I can have hey. So whenever I play a sound, whenever I play this sound, I'll see that he will just stand up into that costume and play the sound that I have recorded. I can even say make him say that in a character manner. So he will say hello for 2 seconds. So I'll see that whenever I click the green flag now, a sound recording that I have made will be played, and the character, the sprite which is on the screen, will switch to a costume that is Ben C. The Ben C costume can be seen here, and it will say hello for 2 seconds. So let me just click the green flag now. Hey. Okay, so that looks really nice. So that is our session for today, and I hope I was able to make you understand whatever I taught. You can even contact me for more details about the classes at the number given here, and thank you for joining in.